Do you remember when we wigged your date with Adrian?
Oh my God. And this is when I realized that Clark Kenting someone is real.
It's real.
I was on this date and I'm like, having a nice time. And then I go to the bathroom and these three like really nice Russian women in like really like wacky outfits are like, beautiful lady. And I was like, they're like, oh, so beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, thanks. And I was like, I'm on a first date. They're like, oh my God, wonderful. And then I go back and I'm like, one of them was wearing like a crown that like looks like a crown that I had. I was like, that's so weird. Like that looks exactly like my crown that I have at home. And then I go back to my date and I'm like, I just met the three nicest girls at the bathroom. And then I get home and my roommate Adrian is like, so? And I was like, what? I was like, she's like, well? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? She's like, you saw us on your date. It was you two and my roommate Adrian.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize my own roommate talking to me in the face.
And we were like hanging out with Adri, and then she was like, okay, well, I was gonna go on a date, like, and we love wigging people's dates, which means you put on a disguise. And it started because I was like going on a date, and it was like, I was like 19, and I was like, I don't know, and she was like, I'll just come to the same venue and like make sure everything's good. But because we're in all each other's social media, she was like, I'll wear a disguise. Yeah. And what we didn't expect is that it completely works. Like you wear a disguise, even if it's an obvious disguise, and people just like assume you're a crazy person in a disguise.
I think it relies on the fact that no one ever suspects that you brought someone in disguise. Like that's kind of what it relies on. And I would say that's fair.
Yeah, because who would expect that?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
also, it's like makes you realize we're not really looking at people that close.
No.
In fact, you're not looking at people. You're not listening to people. You just know the way they made you feel.
That's
so you
beautiful.
leave and you go, those Russian women made me feel so seen. And one of them, I think, had a crown I have, but I'm not going to look further into it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's the popular crown. It was the homecoming king crown from junior year that I stole.
I guess that's a popular crown.
People are always wearing crowns of some sort, and
That's
some
just like
crowns are more popular than others.
That's just like a popular crown.
Yeah, and so we all went and put on. Adrian had, you guys had a bunch of wigs in your place, and we just put on your wigs. Like we put on your guys' wigs. We didn't bring our own, and your guys' outfits, and then went and waited for you in the bathroom. And that to me
it's beautiful.
That's just like my favorite party activity.
It'd be funny if the guy is actually paying attention. He's like, "Are those your friends?" And you're like, "Oh,
I don't know him.
No, I don't know. And the thing is, they're never paying attention because one time my friend Jeremy and I did it, and halfway through the date, our friend's date goes to the bathroom, and we switched wigs. And then he comes back, didn't say anything, and we were like,
damn."
They don't care.
And like even if they do notice the people, like they just go like, "Oh, those people are fucking insane." They don't assume there's any correlation between them and the person they're on a date with.
I didn't even think you guys were in disguises. I was like, I just met these wild,
Kooky,
eccentric, kooky women who were wearing crowns.
Yeah.
Ridiculous glasses.
Really common crown.
Yeah, it's just a common crown.